Hello and welcome back to the Auto Tech Review channel. Today we have something very special for you. We have the Santro, which is the latest offering from Hyundai, as well as the Tata Tiago. The Santro now goes head to head with the Tata Tiago, unlike the previous generation of the Santro, which was an entry-level hatchback. This one is a little more premium and packs a lot of features. So stay tuned as we tell you everything there is to know about it. Now talking a little bit about the design, the Santro has very contemporary looks and it sports a tall boy design. On the other hand, even the Tiago looks modern. It gets a lot of chrome and piano black finish and is longish. In terms of dimensions, the Tiago measures 3746 mm in length. In contrast to this, the Santro is a little shorter at 3610 mm. The width of the Tiago measures 1647 mm, while the width of the Santro measures 1645 mm. It's a little smaller than the Tiago in terms of width, but reasonably just by 2 mm. In terms of height, the Tiago measures 1535 mm and the Santro measures 1560 mm. So the Santro is taller than the Tata Tiago, which also means more headroom for passengers. Wheelbase on both these hatchbacks measures 240 mm. In terms of boot space, the Tata Tiago has a little more volume and measures 242 liters of boot space, while the Santro has a boot space of 235 liters. Fuel tank capacity on both the Tiago as well as the Santro measures 35 liters. Ground clearance on the Tiago measures 165 mm, while on the Santro it is 160 mm. So the Tiago has a better ground clearance, 5 mm more than that of the Santro. The wheel size on the Tata Tiago is 175 by 65 with a rim size of 14, while the Santro has a wheel size of 165 by 70 with a rim size of 14. Taking a look at the features list, the Tata Tiago sports alloy wheels. It gets body colored outside door handles as well as body colored ORVMs. The ORVMs also come with LED turn indicators. On the inside you have a dual tone interior scheme. You get bottle holders, cup holders in the front console, door pockets with bottle holders and tablet storage in the glove box. There is a chrome insert on the gear knob and you get front power 12 volt outlet. Tata is also offering a ticket holder on the A-pillar. The interior lamps come with theatre dimming. In terms of infotainment, Tata is offering their Connect Next infotainment system by Harman with 4 speakers and 4 tweeters. You get USB, aux and iPod connectivity along with Bluetooth connectivity. It also features audio streaming with turn-by-turn navigation and speed-dependent volume control. Another feature on the Tata Tiago is steering mounted audio and phone controls. Tata is offering driver and co-driver airbags on the new Tiago. The Tiago also gets safety features like speed-dependent auto door locks, follow me home lamps, rear parking sensors, day and night inside rear view mirror, ABS with EVD and corner stability control. Another addition on the Tiago is electric power steering with tilt adjustment. You get a remote fuel and tailgate opening and a manual central locking with a central locking flip key. Vanity mirror is available only for the co-driver side. Tata has also offered a cool glove box on the new Tiago. Now the back seat space is where the Santro scores better than that of the Tata Tiago. While the back seat width of the Tata Tiago, the shoulder room is more by 5 mm. The leg room in the Santro is more by 8 mm, and of course the headroom is also a little more in the Santro. The Santro of course also gets rear AC vents, which are a big help for air conditioning comfort. We'll tell you a little more about the performance on that a little later. You also have a bottle holder over here in the Tata Tiago, which is not there in the Santro. The hunch on the floor is a little higher in the Tiago and seat is not as flat in the Tiago as compared to the Santro. So overall you do have more comfort for the seats inside the Santro than that of the Tata Tiago. Now I'm sitting inside the cabin of the Santro and I feel it's a little more appealing. The way the dash has been designed is very modern and contemporary. The quality of materials also is quite good. You have interesting usage of different materials all across the cabin. The Dashboard as well feels a little better than that of the Tata Tiago. The construct is such that you also have a dedicated space to place idles, and the biggest difference over the Tata Tiago is this infotainment unit, which is a 17.35 centimeter touchscreen unit, and that is not available on the Tata Tiago. Steering mounted controls, etc., and all features which we have already talked about are on offer on both vehicles. However, the Santro also gets operation for voice control, with which you can connect your phone, either an Apple phone or an Android device, and you can use voice recognition control to operate various functions of these through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That feature is not available on the Tata Tiago. Now, we've spoken a lot about things that are relevant and of course information that is already available, but let's talk to you about information which is not available. For example, we have measured the interiors and cabin space as well of both the Santro and the Tiago and come out with some very interesting results. We have used a Bosch laser measuring device, a PLR device, to see the dimensions and space inside the cabin, and we found that the seat height of the Santro, the driver's seat height, the total height from the chair to the roof, is 10 mm less than that of the Tata Tiago. Reason also being that the driver's seat height cannot be adjusted inside the Santro, whereas seat height adjustment is available inside the Tata Tiago. Another feature which we felt really lets the Santro down is the fact that there is no steering column adjustment, either for rake or for reef. That, however, is not the case inside the Tata Tiago, which has a steering adjustment for height. Front shoulder room as well inside the Santro is less by 45 mm in contrast to that of the Tata Tiago. Advantages of seating inside the Santro are better bolstering and a little better seat comfort. You don't have adjustable seat headrests on the Santro, which is available on the Tata Tiago. Interestingly, Santro features the controls for power windows, which are here on the center floor console, and you get it on the driver's side in the Tata Tiago. Let's also move to the rear and check out space and comfort over here. Now, seating comfort inside the rear is quite good, and you have a lot of space as well as a roomy feeling because of these large windows. Leg room as well is very generous. Now, we also measured the shoulder room inside the Santro, and that is a little less by about 5 mm. The Santro scores big, however, in rear seat height, since it has that tall boy stance, and the seat height for rear seat occupants we found is almost 38 mm more inside the Santro. The bench is rather flat and the floor as well is rather flat, so you can seat 4 adults and 1 young child inside the cabin. The seating comfort and the cushioning of the seats is also great. In addition to that, you also get rear AC vents, which does make the Santro a little more comfortable than that of the Tiago. Now, boot space on the Santro is a little less than that of the Tata Tiago. The boot space on the Tiago measures 242 litres, whereas that of the Santro measures 235 litres. That said, the dimensions of the boots are a little different. Now, the length of the boot inside the Tiago is a little more than that of the Santro by 73 mm, but the width in the boot of the Santro is more than that of the Tiago by 202 mm. Depth of the boot from the loading lip is a little more in the Santro by 12 mm. So overall, the volume inside the boot of the Santro is a little less than that of the Tiago, but if you have oversized luggage, you can fit it a little easier inside that of the Santro. So I'm driving the new Santro now, and the Santro is powered by a 1.1 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine. The Tiago, on the other hand, gets a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine. The maximum power output on the Santro is 69 PS. That comes in at approximately 5,500 RPM. Peak power on the Tata Tiago comes in at 6,000 RPM. Both engines are high revving, however, being a 4-cylinder unit, the Santro is a little smoother and also revs a little harder. The suspension setup is a little better on the Santro and has been dampened well. NVH levels inside the Santro are not as good as that of the Tiago. The Santro has a little less noise dampening as compared to that of the Tata Tiago in terms of various ambient sounds that come in during everyday traffic. Now both the Tata Tiago as well as the Santro have a transmission which is a 5-speed unit, manual transmission. On offer on the Tata Tiago as well is a 5-speed AMT unit and a 5-speed unit on the Santro. The major difference between both, of course, is that the Santro has an in-house developed AMT, which is an automated manual transmission, and what that essentially entails is electric motors which actuate gear changes. So gear changes essentially are a little quicker on the unit inside the Santro. For the manual variants that I am driving right now, both the Tiago as well as the Santro, the clutch is rather light, but I felt that gear slotting and the throw of the gear as well is a shorter one inside the Santro as compared to that of the Tiago, and the positioning of the gearbox feels a little better. So while you are in city traffic and you need to shift gears a lot, it's a little more ergonomically placed inside the Santro. Visibility is good in both vehicles, but you have a larger screen inside the Santro and you are sitting a little high up. Of course, height can be adjusted for the driver's seat inside the Tiago as well. In terms of braking performance, we felt that the Santro inspires a lot more confidence than the braking on the Tiago. That said, the Tiago does come with corner stability control, which is not being offered on the Santro. ABS and EBD on the Santro do get the job done rather well. When it comes to all-out acceleration, the acceleration on the Tata Tiago is a little better than that of the Hyundai Santro. Peak torque and peak power essentially being more on the Tata Tiago. In terms of safety, the Santro does come with a few more features, and you also get a reverse parking camera, which is definitely handy while you're trying to park in the night or parking into tight spaces. While the steering setup on both are electronic power steering, we felt that the steering is well weighted, or at least better in the Santro. In terms of fuel efficiency as well, the Santro has a better fuel mileage in comparison with the Tata Tiago. So all in all, if you are planning to buy a family hatchback and want a good build quality along with features at a reasonable price point, we feel the Tata Tiago and the Santro both are exceptionally well designed products. The Santro has a few more features than the Tiago, namely a touchscreen infotainment, reverse parking camera, a few safety features, and comes in at a reasonable price point, a little lower than that of the Tata Tiago. In terms of space, the Santro has more legroom in the rear and it has more headroom. The seating comfort again is a little better in the rear as well. Overall, if we stack up both vehicles, I feel that the Hyundai Santro is a slightly better bet than that of the Tata Tiago and feels a little more value for money. Do let us know what your opinions are on both the Tiago as well as the Santro, and we hope you loved this review. If you did, please remember to like it, share it, and subscribe to the Autotech Review channel for all the latest action from the automotive industry. Until the next time, bye.